Hello everyone, and welcome to our video presentation. We bring a warm greetings all the way from the University of Goroka.
I'm Cindy, and today my colleague and I are going to talk about a very important topic, which is school rules. I'll start by giving an introduction and answering the first three guiding questions. So, what are school rules? School rules are basically the guidelines that teachers and students follow in a school. They cover things like attendance, dress code, respecting others, classroom behavior, safety, and academic honesty. At first, rules might seem strict or even boring, but they actually help schools run smoothly every day. According to the United Kingdom Department of Education, school rules are important because they promote good behavior, respect, and a safe learning environment. The United Nations Educational, Science, and Cultural Organization also points out that rules are important because they help create safe and inclusive schools around the world. Moving on to question number 1. Now let's talk about the concept or principle behind school rules. It is actually quite simple. School rules are standards set by the school to guide how everyone should behave. Most rules are based on values like respect, safety, fairness, and responsibility. In psychology, rules that connects to behavioral theory by Bruce Frederick Skinner, a famous psychologist, explains that rules along with rewards and consequences help shape positive behavior. So, when students learn rules, they are learning not just to obey, but also to develop self-discipline and responsibility. So basically, school rules are not just restrictions, but they are tools that help students grow and behave well in life and in school. Let's see how school rules impact teaching and learning. When students follow rules, classrooms become calmer and safer. That means teachers can spend more time in teaching instead of managing disruptive behaviors in classroom. For example, a rule like no mobile phones in classroom helps students focus on the lesson instead of checking social media. Rules about respect, like listening when someone else is speaking, also make group work and classroom discussions more effective. Research shows that good classroom management, which includes clear rules, can reduce disruptive behavior by up to 80% and improve students' achievement. So rules really do make a big difference in learning. Let's see how school rules affect students, me as a teacher, and my colleagues. For students, rules give structure. They know what is expected, and that helps them feel safe and supported. Following rules also teaches responsibility and prepare students for life outside school where rules are everywhere. For me as a teacher, rules reduce stress. Instead of constantly trying to control behavior in the classroom, I can focus on teaching and helping my students learn. Clear rules also make it easier to be fair and consistent. And for my colleagues, shared rules mean that everyone works together with the same standards. This creates a sense of unity and fairness across the schools, which makes managing discipline much more easier. As Charles in 2011 explains, consistent rules help students and teachers build mutual respect, which is really important for a positive learning environment.
The first impact of school rules in students' growth and development is discipline and responsibility. School rules play a critical role in promoting discipline and personal responsibility among students. By adhering to expectations such as punctuality, completing assignments on time, and following classroom procedures, students develop essential skills in time management, organization, and accountability. These skills not only enhance their academic performance, but also prepare them for the demands of higher education and professional life. As Bea in 2010 emphasized, the consistent application of rules fosters self-discipline, which forms the foundation for long-term personal and academic success. In essence, Discipline through school rules is not merely about compliance. It is about cultivating habits and attitudes that enable students to function effectively, responsibly, and independently within both school and society at large. The second impact is social development. School rules strengthen social development, especially in the area of respect. Rules that encourage students to demonstrate respect toward their teachers, cooperate with their peers, and care for school property are not only important for maintaining order in school, but also for preparing them to become more responsible members of society. Through such rules, students learn the value of treating others with dignity, listening with patience, and respecting authority. These habits, once practiced in school, extend into community life, the workplace, and family relationships. Rules that discourage bullying or discrimination also promote tolerance and acceptance of diversity, which are qualities that are essential in today's multicultural societies. As one in 2018 observed, respect-based school rules create a culture of cooperation that goes beyond the classroom, cultivating citizens who value harmony, fairness, and mutual responsibility. The third impact is academic growth. Clear and consistent rules reduce classroom disruptions and create an environment where students can focus on learning. For instance, rules about attending classes regularly, submitting assignments on time, and avoiding the use of mobile phones during lessons ensure that students stay engaged and productive. When students follow these rules, instructional time is maximized and teachers are able to cover the curriculum effectively. This improves not only individual performance but also the overall academic standards of the school. A study in Roden Secondary confirmed that proper administration of school rules and discipline policies has a positive and significant impact on students' academic achievement. The fourth impact is moral development. School rules encourage moral development, which is the foundation for responsible citizenship. Rules help students to distinguish right from wrong in everyday situations, whether it's being honest in exams, treating classmates fairly, or showing kindness and empathy. Through consistent routines and expectations, students internalize values such as integrity, fairness, and respect. Emma and Saboboni in 2015 highlight that schools are training grounds for ethical behavior, and students who understand the purpose of rules are more likely to become morally responsible adults. Now that we have explored how school rules impact students' growth and development, it is important to consider the practical benefits and challenges these rules present for both teachers and students. Benefits for students. School rules provide a structured and safe environment which allows students to focus on learning without unnecessary distractions. In addition to safety, rules help cultivate essential values such as responsibility, fairness, and respect, qualities that are crucial for personal development and effective social interaction. Furthermore, by learning to follow rules in school, students are better prepared for life in the wider society, where adherence to regulations and social norms is expected. In essence, rules not only organize daily life at school, but also prepare students for future responsibilities. Now, let us look at the benefits that school rules bring to teachers. School rules support effective classroom management, enabling educators to maintain order and maximize instructional time. Clear and consistently applied rules also establish fairness, ensuring that all students are treated equally and that disciplinary actions are transparent. This framework allows teachers to focus on teaching rather than constantly managing behavior issues, creating a more professional and productive learning environment. Now let us look at the challenges. Despite these benefits, challenges exist. Challenges for students. Some students may perceive certain rules as overly restrictive, which can hinder creativity and intrinsic motivation. Moreover, when rules are not adequately explained, students might view them as arbitrary or unfair, which can reduce engagement and compliance. Similarly, teachers face challenges in enforcing rules constantly, particularly in classrooms with diverse student needs. They may also experience pressure when disciplinary measures are questioned by parents or the community. Maintaining a balance between strict rule enforcement and fostering a positive, supportive classroom atmosphere is a continuous challenge that requires judgment, patience, and adaptability. As Powell and Kesau in 2010 highlight, the primary challenge is not simply having rules in place, but ensuring they are applied constantly and fairly, which is essential for building trust and respect within the school community. To conclude, school rules are very important because they help guide students on how to behave and learn in a safe and respectful way. Moreover, rules help teachers to focus on teaching without any interruptions and students to focus on their learning. Rules also build respect between students, teachers, and even among colleagues, which makes the school a better place for everyone. In recommendation to this presentation on school rules, schools should always make rules clear, fair, and easy to understand. Teachers and leaders must explain the reasons behind each rule so that students can see their value. To add on, students should also be given a chance to share their views about rules so that they can feel that they are part of the process. In this way, rules will not just control the students, but will also guide them to become disciplined learners and responsible members of society. Thank you for watching our video presentation on school rules. If you found this video useful, please give a like and hit the subscription button above, and don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section below. See you in the next episode.